¡No hay nadie aquí! ¡Esta también está vacía! ¡Vas a chupar!
The dead guys looked like soldiers in one of those Central American guerrilla armies. Pirates with a manifesto. Psychos with a dream. That sort of bullshit.
Disparos en la cubierta inferior. Vete a ver qué pasa. Asegúrate de que los burros no derrochen municiones con los tripulantes. Todos los demás siguen buscando.
¿Qué pasa?
It certainly wasn't the first time I'd woken up with a hangover, long after a party had turned sour. The need to get out of the boat's hull and onto the upper deck as soon as possible was countered by the probability of running into another hijacker. I had to move carefully.
¿Lo viste dónde?
¡Está ahí!
¡Hey! ¡Llama!
The fire was sucking oxygen from the room. I didn't care if I got shot the second I got out of there. I needed one more gulp of fresh air before I died. It was like the need for a wake-up whiskey after a 2-day bender. How to shut off the fuel feeds. I shut down one engine, but it didn't make much difference. There. I could breathe again. Now the boat could get back to smelling like suntan oil, stale margaritas, and greed.
¡Apoyo! ¡Preparse! ¡Ya puede correr!
So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon while I was passed out and I wouldn't have noticed.
¡En batalla! ¡Soy de salvo! ¡Fuego! ¡Tira! ¡Tira!
The boat was well appointed. So this was the famous Panama Canal. We could have gone to the moon.
¡Estoy sangrando! ¡Detente el arma! ¡Luego!
Daphne's ship was always stocked. I didn't like to think what was behind the door.
¡Hueputa! ¡Aquí no hay nada!
They didn't help with my sea legs, but they sure as shit felt good.
¡Mátalo!
I was on a ghost ship in a ghost canal. The whole thing creeped me the hell out. Daphne's ship was always stocked. I spotted Passos and Marcelo. If I'd known back then that they'd been up to no good while I was fighting my way through a band of violent paramilitaries and... There was some equipment in the truck next... There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Come on, I don't know how much time we have! I'm moving! We gotta find Nina! Top of the tower!
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste. Come on!
goes.
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste.
Eyes up!
We can get across up top.
Oh, take cover, bro! Hey, man!
There was some equipment in the truck next to me. It'd be a shame to see it go to waste. There's gotta be a reason why they're going across the canal. My judgment was lousy, but my hand was steady.
I'm moving!
Come on! Not bad. I don't know what I expected to find. On a boat full of drunks and bullshit artists, I'd been the cabaret act. Shooting whatever came in front of me was easier than coming to terms with that reality.
No, you don't!
¡Coño de su madre!
It was nice to see a friendly face in Panama. Fancy seeing you here. My own private welcoming party. I blocked out all my questions. All I thought about was getting to Daphne Bernstein before it was too late.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck, man. This is brutal. I didn't think things would be like this.
I should have jumped in that goddamn canal myself and swum my way back to New York.
Let me ask you again, Max. What do you think you were really doing in Panama?
I was drinking.
People died. Innocent people. Who do you think robbed you?
I don't know.
He gets everything, the other two not so much.
And now Rodrigo's dead.
Exactly. And Marcelo, too. It's an awful tragedy for Victor, huh? A man running on a law and order ticket, you know, whose brothers have both been killed in such terrible circumstances. A true patriot.
What about Marcelo?
Marcelo was an idiot. Were this true, I certainly don't believe he could possibly have known about it. But I do believe some other scheme, you know, some other bullshit. Whatever that cash was, Victor could have talked him into something. I don't know yet.
And Passos?
Raul Passos is a bum ex-cop. He failed in America, failed in Sao Paulo. He was surrounded by more money and more poverty than his tiny little head can handle. You think guys like that can't be bought?
No, but if...
But nothing. He's probably not a bad guy. He's just a man caught in the crossfire of a very rich family.
What about me?
You. You're the fall guy. The American. Running around, acting like the action hero. Killing lots of people. You're a stroke of genius.
That ain't how it is.
You were an angry ex-cop. You were sitting in a bar with a history of violence and a history of a bad temper. You were perfect.
Me and Passos went to the academy together.
Did you?
I don't fucking know!
Okay, let's take a drive, Max. You want to do some good? Want to get yourself killed in a good cause? Then I need you to check something out for me.
Like what?
That incident at the favela today. Now, some of my officers say a bus drove off some captives.
They did, I saw it.
But no captives were ever booked.
They probably handed them off to the paramilitary death squads,
Caixa Preto?
Right.
Who did?
I don't know, the cops. The other cops. The cops who shoot on sight.
The UFE.
Right.
Max, you see that building there?
The Imperial Palace Hotel?
Yeah, that's what it says. People go in there in large groups under armed guard. But it isn't a police station, and no one comes out of there.
Why don't you just go in and bust the joint? Get a warrant.
I'm only a cop, Max.
So you keep saying. Time to find out what was going on here. I didn't fancy booking myself in the presidential suite, so went looking for the basement. I wasn't too excited about the coup. It was the question I kept on asking myself. How could I have been so blind? I was convinced the Broncos had gotten the wrong man for the job, but maybe De Silva was right. I was the stooge. The bad joke everybody got but me.
Tá pesado pra caralho.
Where those bastards were going, they wouldn't need medication. The Imperial Palace Hotel was a 5-star bona fide shithole. I needed to find out why guests were checking in by the busload and checking out by the bag load. Maybe the service would be better upstairs.
Cuidado, ele está vindo nessa... Oh!
I needed to find a way upstairs. Surely nobody would notice another hole in the wall. Passos' ID card. It was no great surprise he'd made their hit list, but to discover he was really Colombian? No wonder some locals seemed to laugh at his accent. What else had he lied to me about? I knew this thing was bigger than me, bigger than the Broncos, but I only had a glimpse of the whole picture, like looking in the mirror and for an instant seeing what everyone else sees, a bad caricature of a better man. Buffet. That deal at the favela was getting dirtier by the minute. Those bastards were clearly in bed with the Crusher Prado. Now I just had to find out why. Starting with a bit of bedtime reading for Mr. Da Silva. When you've lived the kind of life I've lived, reality comes at you through a different lens. But nothing could have prepared me for what was on the other side of that door. I had to get those poor bastards out of there.
Get him out of here. Go. Go. Wait. I said get. Serrano.
Serrano. He looked pathetic. A man defeated. I walked away and left him to his own personal nightmare. Whatever hell this was Da Silva had sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it. I had no choice but to push on. I didn't understand everything, and I never would, but I understood enough. Sometimes a complicated problem is best tackled with a simple solution. This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him. But I was in too far now.
What the fuck is going on here? How much do you want? What have you been doing? I am a doctor. I help people. What have you been doing here? It's easy for you. Listen, I know people. They will kill you. I can help you. Trust me. Please, please.
What have you been doing?
I have a lot of money. Look, look. Lots of money. I do important research. Please.
Caralho!
No, no.
Caralho!
Espera. Eu posso explicar tudo. Tudinho. Não. Por favor. Pelo amor de Deus. Por favor, não me mata. Não. Pelo amor de Deus.
E aí, doutor?
For all Serrano owed me, he'd paid enough. For now, I had bigger debts to call in. Even I could guess what Demolizao meant. That building was condemned in more ways than one. I'd seen some dark shit in my time. At least my visitors have been kind enough to leave the gate open. Any time I'd bought had been going real cheap. If I was gonna plant the rest of those explosives, I had to do it now. That was the last of the explosives. I just hoped it was enough to bring down the building and all the evil in it.
Vai, vai, rápido, rápido, vai!
Who wants to take a shot? You see what this is? Come on, anybody? Want to be a hero? I got nothing to lose, let's do it!
Que porra que tá acontecendo aqui?
Oh, Senor Neves.
What the fuck is your problem, man?
My problem? My problem? Wanna know what my problem is? You're turning humans into glue! That's what my fucking problem is!
I don't know what you're talking about, American. All I know is what I hear about you. City was dangerous, friend.
Yeah, I kinda like it. It's growing on me.
Nice to see a happy tourist smiling.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I came back
I can see that. But why?
to save you.
Oh, yeah, real hero.
Listen,
Listen, now, come with me, Max. To Brazil. It'd be a chance to play the fall guy in a plot that my boss's brother's hatching to profit from the selling of human organs. Yeah, it'll be perfect for you.
what are you talking about? I don't know nothing about human organs, man. Victor and Marcelo are trying to teach Rodrigo a lesson. Get into losing the purse strings and the family money. They pressured me into doing it. You wanna die? I came back for you. I did my best. I'm having a kid, Max. I gotta go.
Fuck you!
Sure. Later. Now, let's go. This thing works.
I owe you everything.
No, you don't. I'm sorry I couldn't save your sister.
I was there. It wasn't your fault.
I was...
I thought I was going to have to witness another murder.
Nah. Not him.
You ready?
I guess.
Okay. I've looked through this information you gathered. It's not very nice.
What is it?
It's the Ufe. The famous Mr. Becker.
Friend of Victor Bronco.
Yes. And a contributor to his campaigns. A government employee, of course.
And?
A weapons dealer. A murderer. This was known. A dealer in human organs. This wasn't known.
A proper gentleman.
Sure.
So you're gonna bring him down?
Yes, because I want to lose my wife and my children and then get killed myself. All that after watching him walk free.
Tell me what has to be done.
Well, officially, there's nothing I can do.
And unofficially?
Well, we can always try something a little more creative.
Creative? De Silva had promised me a 10 o'clock showcase. I had to make sure I was on stage and ready for my close-up. Diga a Becker. Que vim para ele. Ah!
Ei, olha aqui. Tropa. Ei, moço. Mano, quem é esse cara aí?
Manda tua conta, rapaz.
Vai fudeu! Meu, conta eu quero tomar no cu, pô.
Ela não desgruda dela, meu.
Ei, quem é essa cara aí?
Convidado nosso. Quebra esse otário aí.
Deixa comigo, me dá uma lição nele.
Então, o pai dela não desgruda. Ladrão, filha da puta!
Vai atrás de inocentes!
Fuder aqui
Vai ver o que vai acontecer contigo mesmo aqui!
Eu não fiz
É aqui que você vai se acontecer, caralho! Tá pensando o quê? Hã? Onde é que você vem? Fica aí, caralho! E eu? Se fudeu, filha da puta! Otário! Otário! Deixa eu sair daqui, velho!
Ô, segura a porta aí.
Rapaz, eu vi uma outra versão.
Vamos resolver aquela parada lá, hein?
Demorou.
Chega aí.
Valeu, amigo.
Foi todo vasculhado. Tem mais o quê?
Hey, what are you doing?
It sounded like all hell was breaking loose. Whatever nonsense De Silva had pulled, it seemed to be working.
Você tá me achando que eu quero te matar? Por favor. A gente não tinha nada contigo.
seemed the anti-drug squad had a few habits of its own. The security switch had to be in that booth. Either there was a switch to those doors somewhere, or I was in a whole heap of shit. That kid had had the right idea. There was no point bouncing bullets off that thing. I decided I'd try to pick up where he left off. And then immediately regretted that decision. wasn't this nice? The perfect end to a perfect trip. If someone had told me 6 months ago this was where my life was headed, I'd have ordered a double of whatever they were drinking, drunk it, then blown my head off. Another dark, rainy night. Another police station. Another futile crusade for amends. Time moves forward, and nothing changes.
Isso, foda-se você, foda-se caralho! Tira no filho da puta!
Pensei que tinha sua cobertura!
Police food, the same crap the world over. But I could reminisce about the old days later. For now, there was more pressing matters to deal with. And of course, they were headed my way. If the heat was rising, that meant I was getting closer to the source. I had to keep moving. I saw the elevator doors were open. Whatever depressing fate lay on the other side of those doors, there was no point in putting it off any longer.
Sou melhor que você!
killed more cops than cholesterol. I still didn't know.
Acabe com ele! Ele me pegou! Ele me pegou! Tá indo fora! Me dê cobertura! Atirando! Eu sigo atrás! Meu Deus! Vamos nessa!
Tear gas. This wasn't good. I needed to find a way out of that stairwell and fast. My eyes and throat burned. couldn't get that tape out of my head. Why had Ufe killed Rodrigo? I wasn't gonna
Hey, pal.